Alright, hello my dear P3s. How are you? How are your parents, guardians and siblings? Hope they are all fine. Know that this is still COVID time. We are still at home, but learning has to continue as well as protecting your lives. Hope you are doing it because I also love my life so much. I treasure it. I know when I'm still alive, I can do whatever I want. So my dear, life comes first. Follow the guidelines. You have to keep yourself safe so that you are not attacked by the deadly disease COVID. All right. So here I am to bring you the 7th lesson in English. Last time, I remember I tasked you, I told you to add on my list of verbs that just add ing. It was as simple as ABC. And this time round, we are proceeding with another category of verbs in present continuous tense. By the way, can you try to cite out some activities you are doing right now? Because when we are talking about that tense, that is present continuous tense, we are referring to the things that are happening, the actions that are currently taking place. As I speak now, I am, or where I am right now, I'm standing, I'm talking, I'm teaching, as well as smiling, right? So here we are. I expect you to be very good listeners. That's when you'll achieve a lot. Speak where need be. It is very necessary when it comes to English. Another thing, I expect you to read. Open up. When you read, the brain will be active and bright all the time. And lastly, I expect you to write. When we write, we become perfect. We shall always erase our mistakes. And we become very good when it comes to English. Right. Hope you are set, ready. You have dropped everything that is not necessary. So I expect you to be very attentive and always be eager to learn. Okay. Here we are. Our learning intentions, or what I expect from you, is by the end of this lesson, you must be able to identify verbs that end in E. So we have those verbs that end in E. We are going to see what we do to them in present continuous tense. Another thing is be able to construct sentences using those verbs that drop E before adding ing. Hope that's not too much. Okay, here we are. I have a list of verbs, and when you look at these verbs, they end in E. What do we do to those verbs? The rule is drop E for ing. As simple as that. Look at these verbs. The first verb is write. Check. The word write ends in E. So, what I did was to drop letter E for ing. Check on the second verb, drive. It ends in E. What did I do? I dropped E for ing. Let's proceed. We have the verb give. It ends in E. See what I did? The rule is easy. Drop E for ing. Check on bathe. You can see I had to drop letter E for ing. What are you doing right now? You can tell me I'm bathing, but I don't expect you to be bathing at this time. But other people may be bathing. What are you doing? I'm giving my friend a pen, my neighbor a pen. Now you are doing it right now. So these verbs that end in E, we drop E for ing. We have dance, dancing. What are you doing? I am dancing. If you are doing it at that moment. We have ride, we have breathe, we have make, we have bake, changes to baking. We have circumcise, it drops E for ing. We have provide, providing. That means I'll have dropped my E to become providing. We have care, caring. Use, using. There are other verbs that end in E. Try to list them. Try to look for those verbs. And the rule is easy. When you come across them, just drop letter E and add ing. Hope you've got me right. We need to look at another category of verbs. These ones end in IE and there are three. They end in IE. What we do to this IE is to drop it, to drop them. Actually, we drop these two letters. That is I and E, and the place of IE, it is taken up by Y. Y comes up and occupies that space. It is not left vacant. After Y occupying the place, that's when we add ing. And our verb will be in present continuous tense. So check on this. We have die. After dropping IE, we shall bring in Y and it will become dying. He is dying. Mommy, it is dying. You are seeing it struggling for its life. So it is in that process of dying. Very soon it is losing life, or somebody may be losing life. Another one is lie. Many of you do tell lies. So my dear, if you are doing it at that moment, we shall say he is lying. Stop lying. That means you are doing it. You are telling lies. You are giving false information. So check on the spelling of lying. We've dropped IE for Y. Then lastly, we have tie. We normally tie things. We normally tie animals on the trees, somewhere to graze. So we drop letter IE for Y and it will become tying. I'm tying a goat. My grandfather is tying a cow on the tree. So we do tie. You can also tie something. I'm tying. What are you tying now? Can you tell me? So if you're tying something, you can use that verb. Let's proceed. We need to use these verbs in sentences. Remember, we first looked at those verbs that end in E and we just dropped. We looked at those verbs that end in E and I told you we just drop letter E for ing. And the next one was those ones that end in IE, where we had to drop for Y before adding ing. We need to use them in sentences. I have a few of them, but you can construct many sentences. One, I have Mrs. Muvule is caring for her cows now. Which one is the verb? Check on the doing word. Which one is the action word? The action word is caring. You can see the word care ends in E. What I did was to drop letter E for ing because that's what the rule says. Number two, the children are using pencils to draw pictures. What is the action word here? The main verb is using. I've said using because it is current. It is going on. The drawing is going on. So what are they using? What are the pencils for? They use them for drawing. So our verb here is using. Check on the helping verb. It is are. Remember, are, is, and am. They are the helping verbs in present continuous tense. So there is no way how I can run away from them. I have to use them when I'm constructing sentences in present continuous tense. Number three reads, Moses is tying a goat on a mango tree. Which one is the verb? What is Moses doing? Tying. What is he tying? The goat. Where? On a mango tree. So the action word is tying. Check on the word tying. If I'm to change my word tying to the base form, definitely I'll kick away Mr. Y. That's when I'll bring back I and E. But because I want the word tying, I shouldn't see the I and E, because this is when Mr. Y will coming to take up that place, and we shall have the word tying. Moses is tying a goat on a mango tree. And lastly, those potters are making pots now. What are the potters doing? Making. The word making, you can see it well. If I'm to tell you to write the base form of this word making, you'll have to bring back our E to come up with the word make. So because the word make ends in E, the rule says we drop E for ing. So add on the list. Make more sentences, but as you use these verbs in sentences, remember the rule. If you find out that your verb ends in E, drop it before you add ing. If it ends in ie, you have to drop that too, and then you bring in y before you add ing. So today I've handled two categories of verbs. Don't forget that principle. When you follow that principle, you will never fail. You will never find any hardship in writing the correct sentences and using them correctly when it comes to speech. Okay, before I depart or before I leave, I will leave you with an exercise of the verbs we have learned today. And the task is very simple. The task is to complete the sentences using the correct form of the word given in brackets. So we shall have to use the verbs given in brackets, but in the proper form. Question 1. We are dash the letters alphabetically. So what are we doing? The verb is arrange. What does arrange end with? E. Remember what I told you. Number 2 reads, Rion is dash an axe to chop firewood. Firewood is one word. Many of you end up separating it, but it's one word. So in the brackets, we have use. Find out what we're supposed to do. Number 3, they are dashed to an old man. In brackets, lie. What are they doing? Check on the spelling as you write. Number 4, the women are dash mats and baskets. In brackets, we have weave. Weave ends in E. What does the principle say? Recall. Number 5, Prosy is dash cold water now. In bracket, bathe. Bathe ends with letter E. What do? Check on your brain, see whether you recall. Number 6, I am dash this cake my friend's birthday party. What are you doing? What am I doing? I don't know, but the verb given is take. Find out what we do to the word take. Lastly, she is dash of malaria. We have die. What does it change? How does it change? Check on your spellings as you write. Thanks for being attentive in this lesson. See you in the 8th lesson.